There we go. Okay, Rachel, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining this call tonight. I'm sorry, what? I don't know, I just heard something else, but all right. So welcome, friends and family. I just want to thank you all so much for taking 30 minutes out of your day to join me to learn something I'm super passionate about. But what I really want you to do is thank yourselves for taking 30 minutes for your health, because really, at the end of the day, if we don't have our health, then we really have nothing. So for the next half hour, we're going to share a little bit about nutrition and health and give you some great free resources and give you some nutrition education and share some stories. And I'm going to introduce you to my wonderful friend and mentor, Natalia. You just saw her. And without further ado, she'll take it from here.
Awesome. All right, Rachel and friends and family. It's really good to see all of you on and supporting Rachel. And like she mentioned, just taking 30 minutes for yourself, because I think you're all going to walk away from this call with some valuable tidbits. So this is Rachel's Healthy Living Revolution event is what we call this. So again, my name is Natalia, and I'll be hosting this call with some of my friends who are on the call already. And so we're here today in order to network and share with health-oriented people. Maybe you're on your journey to health. Maybe you're looking for ways to get healthier. And on the topic of health and wellness. So you've been invited by Rachel or myself on tonight's call because we respect you and we would love for you to know what we've been up to. So this is super fun and relaxed. Like Rachel said, we're just going to share some quick information, resources, and stories. And we hope you enjoy listening, and perhaps you'll think of someone in your life that needs to hear this too. So just thank you again for showing up. So to kick this off, I'd like to just ask you one question, and I'm going to look out in the crowd here for some answers. Just nod your head. But would you agree that being consistently healthy today can be challenging? Yes. I mean, we all want to look good, right? We all want to feel good, most importantly. And we all want to live a long, healthy life. But we know it's also up to us to try to make that happen. But unfortunately, this can be complicated. It can be unpleasant, and it can even be confusing. And that is where Rachel and I come in. That is where our larger community, this Healthy Living Revolution community, comes in. So I, myself, Rachel, along with thousands of others, are part of this community, and together we are coming alongside of people like you and many other people, and helping people take healthy back in ways that are doable, simple, and most importantly, fun. So the goal of this community, the goal of Healthy Living Revolution, is to come alongside families and individuals who want better health, and to meet them and meet you guys exactly where you're at today, and really empower positive changes along the way. So right now I'm going to introduce you to 3 doorways in which we do this to kind of set the stage for the rest of the call. So the first doorway that we do this is through free resources. Hey, everyone loves free stuff, so we're going to be talking about that. Second thing is nutritional tools and support. And the third thing is the amazing organization that partners with Healthy Living Revolution to make this happen. So sound good? All right, let's get started. So I talked about the first doorway. That is free resources. So let's talk about free resources. Our team has created a selection of fantastic resources for you to use. So number 1, we have an amazing, delicious cookbook. And not only just one, we have a new one that comes out for every season. So we just launched one for health. It's called Healthy Happy Holidays. So you can get healthy, clean recipes for anything. I just looked through it since it just launched, and my favorite that I'm going to try out is the clean eggnog. So a vegan eggnog. And so the recipe books are great to check out there. They have amazing short webinars on trending health topics, which is, I mean, it might sound boring, but these are so interesting. So you want to check those out. And then we have a home fitness series and an amazing Start Strong program, which is designed to raise up the next generation of active, healthy children with a positive body image. And and good nutritional habits, because that's the foundation, right? What you have when you're a kid. So you might all want to take a look at these resources. So Rachel or myself or whoever invited you on this call tonight can send you the resource or the link for the Healthy Living Revolution website to check out. So again, you're going to want to check out the cookbooks and the webinars, because they're really, really great. So the next thing, the second doorway I mentioned was nutritional support. So let's talk about nutrition real quick. It is the absolute foundation of our health. A lot of people think that exercise is, but it's what we're putting into our mouth. So we have to flood our body with the most important foods every single day, consistently. And these most important foods are raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. And these are not only good for us, they're absolutely critical to our health and to prevention. And I don't know if you guys know how many raw we're actually supposed to be eating as far as servings, but when you think about servings, hold up your fist. That is one serving. So it's a little bit different, varies for everybody. We're supposed to be eating, now brace yourself, 9 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables every single day. So let's think about this for a second. And I'm going to take a little pause here, because this always takes me a minute to kind of think about what my day looked like yesterday or what it would look like today. But how many days in the past week or in the past few days have you gotten 9 to 13 servings of raw fruits, vegetables, and berries? So I consider myself a fairly good eater. I mean, I try to always have some kind of a vegetable on my plate, but even good eaters need help. Today, full transparency, I had 2 raw servings. Some days I don't get any. Some days I get more, but it's kind of all over the place, and the variety I kind of lack. So even the best eaters need help. And that's why we are so thankful for the nutritional support of something called plant concentrates, plant powder, produce concentrates. There's a couple different terms for them. For the sake of consistency with this call, I'm going to call them plant concentrates, encapsulated by a company called Juice Plus. So Juice Plus is kind of the nutritional doorway we're going to talk about today. So Juice Plus is over 30 vine-ripened, raw, non-GMO, NSF certified, which means better than organic, fruits, vegetables, and berries. And it's what I like to call a salad in a capsule. This is Juice Plus. You get a vegetable blend, you get a fruit blend, and you get a berry blend. This is my flu shot, and we'll be talking a little bit about it. But inside each one is 10. So you get 10 vegetables in here, 10 fruits, 10 berries. Nothing else. This is not a vitamin. So it's kind of really important to understand the process of which these fruits and vegetables go through in order to be put into these capsules, or chewable form, because they also come in chewables for kids. So first of all, the fruits, vegetables, and berries are completely vine ripened, which means they remain attached to the plant until they are nutritionally and fully developed. And that's really important, because so much of the produce in our grocery stores are harvested for transportation, not with nutrient density in mind. So by the time we eat it, a lot of it is like 40, 50, 60% depleted, which is really sad. So the fruits and vegetables are then ground up into a giant blender, basically, which is simply better than juicing, because we use the entire plant. Okay, so we use the peels, the seeds, the leaves, whichever part is the most nutritional, has the most nutritional value, we use. So for an example, an orange. Who likes oranges here? Great for vitamin C, right? But 80% of the vitamin C, I didn't know this, is in the peel. And I don't know about you, but I don't go around snacking on orange peel. So that's the beautiful thing about this product, is that the peel is included. So we get that vitamin C in these capsules. So it's in this giant sloshy mess, right, in this blender, and then basically the water is removed, and then it's slowly dried on low temperatures, preserving all of the live plant nutrients and chemicals, all those natural things found in plants, and then they're put into capsule form. I'm not going to open one because it gets kind of messy because there's actually a lot that comes out of here. But inside it's powder. So this is not a capsule. It's not it's a capsule. It's not a tablet. It's not been heated at high temperatures, killing off anything to make it a tablet. It's all powder inside, live nutrients, live phytonutrients. So here's what I love about Juice Plus plant concentrates. Stuff is great, changes people's lives, but cool, right? But this is scientifically proven, which makes it even better. So this product is the most researched nutritional product in the world, with over 35 published peer-reviewed medical journals all around the globe. This is not a vitamin. This is food. Even the government considers this food. So on the back, you're going to find a nutrition facts label, not a supplement fact label or a vitamin label. So because it's food, there's no warning label. It's safe for people of all ages. If you're pregnant or nursing, children can take it, the elderly can take it, and even like professional athletes use it. In fact, there's many Olympian teams. I think it's the Swiss, German, and Austrian Olympic teams are on it. Several NFL player and teams are on it. I don't know if you know Bear Grylls. I'm kind of like a dorky big fan of his. He's on it. So people are using it for recovery, to protect themselves from oxidative stress, and a lot of other benefits as far as immune system. And I mean, the whole gamut, what plants do for you is what this does for you. So we also have a couple more products, what I want to share with you that the company shares with people. One of them is our Omega blend. This has been pretty impactful in my own life, but this is not fish Omega. I don't know if you've heard of Omega that doesn't use fish, but this is completely plant-based. It's not created in a lab though. What we do is the company goes to the source that fish get their Omega. Where is that? We get it from algae. So this is packed with full spectrum Omega, not just Omega-3 that you would get in fish oil. You get Omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, which is a huge spectrum. Every single cell in your body needs omegas, and 85% of Americans are deficient in it. So not only it's not sourced from fish, which kind of avoids any potential toxins, preserves our fish beds, which are depleting at rapid rates, and plus no fishy burps. So in addition to that, I also have a plant complete protein mix. It's a lot more than just a shake, but for simplicity, we'll call it a shake. And what makes it greater than a shake is that it has full chain amino acids in it. It has probiotic fiber, which really aids with regular digestion. Comes in chocolate and vanilla. I've only got vanilla here because I'm a big chocolate fan and I ate it all. I gotta wait for mine to come in. And this is a great quick breakfast. You can put whatever you want in it. It's a great for post working out or a snack. Kids love it. Athletes use it. It can help aid in weight loss or weight gain. And that's a really cool thing about real whole foods, is that depending on how you use it, your body uses it how it needs it. And so we can help out with this if you want to have more information on it. So in addition to that, that's it for the product. But for those of you who might be interested in doing, like, really pressing the reset button on your health, maybe this sounds good, but you're like, oh, I want to like really press the reset button, maybe in between holidays or right when the holidays end, you want to jump into really focusing on your health. We have an amazing program, and it's called Shred 10, because you shred 10 bad habits and you replace them with good habits. I like to call it the Mind Body Reset Program. It's a 4-month-long program with a 10-day detox, which is critical to our health, at the beginning of every month. So just a quick caveat about detox. Our body has a built-in detox system. That's our liver. But the thing of it is that because we are nutrient depleted and deficient, our liver does not always have the nutrient cabinet it needs to have a full detox, which is why you might consistently be tired or have pesky ailments or symptoms going on. That's signs that you aren't having a complete detox, that you're nutrient depleted. And so the mind body detox with taking Juice Plus simply floods and equips your liver with having everything it needs in its nutrient cabinet so that you can actually naturally, holistically detox the way your body was meant to. So you can ask Rachel or myself if you'd like to know more about that. The next one starts Monday, and then again, it's around the first Monday of every month that we do this 10-day detox. So let's have me take a little break talking, and I'd love to hear some stories about what Juice Plus has done with a couple of my friends. So Alex, I'm going to switch the board over to the mic over to you, and I'd love to hear your story because I haven't actually heard it yet, and then I'll be sharing mine right after you.
Awesome. Thanks so much for that overview, girl. I'm so excited to be on here with you guys. This is my biggest passion ever, aside from my niece, is this product and this company and what it does for not just myself, but everybody that I've come in contact with that's been on it. So prior to Juice Plus, I thought I was really healthy. I had lost 55 pounds doing Weight Watchers. I was eating like salads every single day, working out 6-7 days a week, sleeping, drinking my water, doing all the things that they told me to do. And so I couldn't understand for the life of me, if I had lost all of this weight, why was I getting strep every 3 to 4 months, like clockwork? I was becoming immune to antibiotics. My strep would come on so hard and so fast that if I didn't start Advil right away the second my throat started to hurt, I couldn't even swallow my own saliva. My tonsils were so swollen. It was miserable. And I don't know if you've ever tried this, like willed yourself not to produce saliva, but it doesn't work. So when my girlfriend introduced me to this, I was like, no, I don't need it. I'm fine. And it wasn't until I moved to Australia, where everything is ridiculously expensive, like $17 for 2 pounds of grapes, that I called her and I was like, okay, sign me up. Because I was in college at the time, and because this company is so amazing, I was able to get the product for free. So my mom got on it right away. She sponsored me. That was 5 years ago. I've only had strep in 5 years twice. But both times the doctors were like, you kind of have strep. And I was like, how does one kind of have strep? They were like, we don't know, but here's some antibiotics. Take it just in case. And I did, because I had PTSD from all my previous bouts. But I didn't have to take Advil. I didn't miss any school or work. I felt amazing. I still worked out. I still cleaned my house. I didn't really feel sick. And in the last 5 years, I've just noticed like new changes every single year. It's like little things you don't even think about, like, oh, like I didn't have allergies this season. Oh, everybody in my office is sick and I'm fine. So when you start with like one simple change of adding Juice Plus or drinking more water, they build on each other, and you realize that your body is meant to feel a lot better than any of us know that it's supposed to. So 5 years down, I'm so excited to see what the next 5 are like, and the 5 after that, and the 5 after that. I'm a lifer. I'm never not going to take this stuff because I know that it has truly changed my life.
Hey, Alex, thank you so much for sharing your story. I didn't know you were living in Australia. That's pretty cool. I want to hear more about that. So 3 years ago, my health portrait and my life looked very different than it does today. So I, like Alex, thought I was healthy. I exercised most days, ate well most of the time, but I was exhausted. I struggled also with a slow digestive system, chronic migraines, and spent hundreds of dollars every month in my 20s on hormone replacement therapy because I had some blood work done and my hormones were not where they needed to be for anyone, but especially someone in their 20s. So started getting on replacement therapy to try to help me get stable. And I chalk this up to my things. Everyone has their own things, right? That's at least my mentality where it was at. And I didn't really know what feeling good felt like until I started to address my nutrition. I became aware that I was undernourished, malnourished, whatever you want to call it, when I was asked, "Hey, Natalia, are you eating 7 to 13 servings of raw fruits and vegetables every day?" And I wanted to say yes, but my answer was no. So we were introduced to a way of flooding our body with 30 vine-ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries every single day. My husband and I started immediately because it made sense. And what I really loved about it was the research, because testimonials are great, but really, what is this doing to me? What am I really investing in? And that is why the research was so important to me. And what's really cool is that not too long after I started taking the product, we started family planning. And what I love about this product is that it is the only prenatal care that I ever took. I never needed to take a prenatal vitamin, which, if you're family planning, like, talk to me, because there's a lot of information just in general that vitamins don't work. They really just make you expensive pee. It's not bioavailable. Your body doesn't know how to assimilate isolated vitamins. It knows how to understand food. And so that's what this provided my body. It gave me more than enough folate for me and baby, gave me more than enough of all of those naturally occurring vitamins that we needed. So I love that about this. And now my life and my health look completely different. Now I have a 16-month-old. I've been sick once in the last 3 years, and I got sick for 2 days. I kicked it in 2 days. It's what we call in the community a juice plus cold. A little kick here and there, a little hit here and there, but you rebound so quick. I am off of all prescriptions and no longer take anything hormonal related, because I got off all of that stuff, started flooding my body with more nutrition, and holistically and naturally, my body started to level out. And so now I'm all natural, all stable, and more happy than ever, because I was nutrient depleted, and now my body gives what it needs. I haven't had an Excedrin migraine in 3 years, guys, because inflammation in my body has been reduced because of the plants. My digestive system is on point. And even after having a baby, I now maintain my weight easier and better now than I did pre-pregnancy, because of this detox program, which really keeps me in line every month to take a pause, look at my health, look at my eating habits, detox the toxins that have built up through the month, detox them out. Just a great way to maintain. And what's really cool is that my 16-month-old takes Juice Plus too. So what I do is I open up a capsule. He gets one a day, and he loves it. He sticks out his tongue and he wants me to pour it on it. It's super cute. But what's going on is much more deep. It is a lot deeper than just cute. Because my husband and I have a family health history that's riddled with cancer. Especially in my husband's family, the men in his family tend to get the rarest types of cancer before they're 50 years old. That scares me. But it also, if you don't understand the way genes and nutrition work, let's pretend you don't, it makes you feel really sad for the next generation. What kind of genetic cards did my son get? And what we know about research and nutrition and genes is that genes don't mean your destiny, because what you have power over genes is nutrition. So whatever you're putting in your mouth is either feeding disease or fighting it. And this product gives me such a peace of mind, knowing that I'm investing in my family, protecting my son, protecting my husband, protecting myself in the best way I know possible. And that is with this product. There was an amazing study, before I switch gears here, by the University of Newcastle, Australia, that showed after 8 weeks of consuming these guys, so 2 months, 1,600 genes changed. That gives me so much hope for the next generation, hope for my family. It's amazing. We have power over genes. It's truly something it really excites me. All right, now we're just going to kind of switch gears now and go to the third and final doorway that I talked about in the beginning, and talk about this amazing company that makes this all happen. So in these events, I like to share a little bit about the community and the business attached to this, because even if there's just one person here looking for an additional stream of income, I'd be doing a disservice not to. So if you don't want to join the mission, which is what we call it, you do not have to. You don't have to be a distributor or whatever to take the product. If you just want the product, you can just get the product, no strings attached. But we have to share because this product has changed our life, but the business has changed my life even more so. So the Juice Plus company has been around for 25 years. It's a $1 billion company that is completely debt-free. And I say this because the company's not going anywhere. It's a really great place to, grow some roots if that's something that you're interested in doing. 80% of the people affiliated with Juice Plus only take the product, which really differentiates the Juice Plus company in the business from multi-level marketing. Because in fact, this is not categorized as multi-level marketing. It's categorized as a virtual franchise. That's one of the differentiators. And so what I love about this company is that it offers you freedom to be your own boss, but you also get the best parts of corporate. So let me explain. So at the top level of the company, which people who consistently share the product and work their business get there in 3 to 5 years, they get corporate benefits. So there's a full benefits package, including medical, dental, chiropractic, some tuition reimbursement, and long-term care. Awesome. So what would it look like for you if you could tell your partner, hey, I got the car payment this month? Or to be able to have this business of sharing cover your mortgage, or book a long trip with your family, enjoy more quality time and create more memories together. This business is about fitting it into your life and just sharing with others. So people who approach this with like a sales mentality really actually don't do well in the business. It's all about just sharing the amazing product, sharing your story, connecting on a more authentic way, and using the community like Rachel and myself to help you do this. So that is what this business is about. That's what Rachel's getting into. This is what she's so excited about. It allows people to do what they love first, and then do, for example, like for me, it's about being a mom first, and then my business comes second. But maybe you're an explorer. Maybe you enjoy being with your family. It allows you to do that and then do this. So if something really spoke to you about this, you might want to check it out, check into inner voice that is speaking to you. Just ask a question. Be happy to answer these with you. And there's no risk with this company. There's no monthly minimums. You don't have to keep an inventory of the product. In fact, the only Juice Plus that I touch is my own family's. There's no one telling you how to do this business. And it is an $50 international business. There's no big buy-in that you have to pay to do this. So, before I wrap up, why don't we have Ninka share why she joined the Juice Plus company and what you love about it.
Hello, Rachel, and wonderful introduction that you had there, and Alex, for you too. I love Australia. We have to talk about where you have been, and Natalia for the great introduction. I was introduced to this company, product, business 2.5 years ago by an acquaintance of mine. She told me about her story of her husband who had a heart attack, and he was coded twice on the ER table. They brought him back. They put a couple stents in him. And they said, you have to alter your eating habits. So what did they do? They were also at that particular time introduced to fruits and vegetables in a capsulated form. They took that and they stuck by it. And you know what? A year later, he had some issues again. So they went back to the cardiologist. The cardiologist did a catheterization. I'm thinking that they probably had to put another stent in that third little artery around the heart there. And lo and behold, that artery had already dilated and had become more flexible. She shared that with me, and as I nursed, I was dumbfounded. I was excited. 7 to 13 we're supposed to have every day. There is no way that I could eat that. And this offered 30 fruits and vegetables in a capsule. I was amazed. So that started my journey with the product, and that started my journey with the business. I've been a nurse for over 4 decades, and the healthcare is sort of like a sick care. And I sort of dismayed with it. You know, I could leave the hospital, yes or no. I sort of missed it, but on the other hand, I didn't. And the business part, who knew in my 60s, I could start my own business in the healthcare. I felt like I came home. I felt like because I had a mission, there was something that I really stood behind, and that was prevention. Not being treated and not taking body parts out and putting synthetic things in there. I've worked in the operating room for many, many years. Now, this is it, because no one in the healthcare, in the operating room or the doctors or whatever, ever talked about prevention with food. It was non-existent. They're so, you know, they're not even, they can't help it because they were never taught. They're taught to look for something and treat it. So it was just revolutionizing for me, and I just really felt aligned with that. So in my 60s, I'm 66, 2.5 years later, I feel now much better than I did, let's say, 10, 15 years ago. I can't believe it. But I started thinking, this is for my husband. It's not for me. I'm okay. Because he was the one that had the blood pressure issues. He was on 2 different pills. Well, you know what? A couple months later, well, almost a half year later, off one of those meds, he started to feel so much better. The man was completely wanting to go to the gym, wanting to exercise, had so much more energy. And he said, why don't you take it? So intellectually, I knew that I had to take it because there was no way I could consume that. 2.5 years later, my cholesterol was sort of borderline, but nothing too alarming. However, it started to drop. My LDL went down into a normal level. I am on no medications at all, which is, you know, getting to be rather rare for my age category. And for you young people, your parents, you know, that's something to really look forward to. They have something that you can really share with them. What has the business done for me? First of all, starting it, an income, which I thought never thought I could have, adds to my retirement fund. My husband loves it. It gives me a purpose of sharing. The purpose of sharing a healthy living style, and I get rewarded for sharing and caring. Taking these fruits and vegetables, you know, the fresh fruits, vegetables, and berries is raw. I'm prolonging my aging process. I'm leaving a legacy for my children and grandchildren. Being rewarded by sharing with people their potential dreams and desires that you young people want to have, or even people in my age category. They can add extra dollars to the retirement fund, or extra dollars for an extra vacation to see their grandchildren or to see their kids, because everybody's so spread out, right? Giving that flexibility. And that's what it has given us, the flexibility to travel. My business is virtual, guys. A six-year-old traveling with this. I'm like, this is my business. I think that's really cool, you know? But you know what? I know an 80-year-old woman who's doing the same thing. There is no age, no generation gap here. And as long as taking all these foods in, and I intellectually know, and the research has shown, I'm delaying my aging process. So as long as I keep healthy, exercise, keep my legs strong, I can speak, I'm going to be sharing this to the whole wide world, changing your destiny in life, perhaps. I hope so. And my husband loves it because it keeps me busy. He likes the paychecks coming in. He says, wow, great, that's fantastic. And you know what? I'm being rewarded by locking arms with like-minded people, and I love what I do.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And she's right. Like, there's so many people of different walks of life and stories that do the same thing, and that is one of my favorite parts. So I'll almost wrap up. So I am 31 years old, and just to kind of give some variety to the last story, I have done everything by the book. I went to college. I did my internships. I landed myself a nice corporate job in commercial real estate, which is actually where I met Rachel almost 8 years ago. And, you know, I made a couple jumps with companies, but I worked my way to the top of my, I guess, industry within commercial real estate. My last position was in a leadership position as a marketing director with a firm here in Denver. My resume looked awesome. My career was thriving, but as a person, I was told my light for life was completely turned off. I had a really, really hard time with looking at myself at the time, so I don't know, 8 years ago, looking at the next 30 to 40 years that I'd be locked to my desk in a company culture that didn't agree with my own personal culture, and just dreading coming to work every day because of the lack of purpose. The purpose is what we talk about a lot, that I encountered every day. I was really, really unhappy. And I barely got to see my family because of the 10 days PTO that I got every year. But it wasn't until I was offered a whopping 3-week-long maternity leave that I really saw where corporate valued me. And I knew it was time for me to look for something else that checked all the boxes. It was time for me to really get to something that lit me up. Because that whole thing, that was such a strong message to me that I needed to get out. I had been taking Juice Plus for 3 years already, and I decided to look at the business. And what was crazy to me is that when I actually started looking at the business, I was like, well, this checks the purpose box. This checks the variety in my day box. This checks the freedom box. There's no cap to what I can earn. I've traveled more in the last 12 months of doing this business than I have in 8 years. I've seen my family more. My family has come seen my son, and I've not had to stress about asking for work off. That's something that I always stressed about. And what's really cool about this is that I'm in a community of people who value me in a different way that corporate did. So now I've been doing, like I mentioned, I signed up for this business December 6th of last year. So I've been doing it for 12 months. And in September, I hit the top level of commission. And really all that means is that whatever goal that you have, if it's an extra $500 a month, if it's a $2,500 a month, whatever gap that you have or goal that you might have, there is a structure and a game plan in place for you. And you work this business however you want. You just have the support that you want to take it however you want to. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. But to conclude, to wrap up, guys, I just really want to thank you for myself, for Rachel, for coming on tonight, for listening in, seeing what she's up to. And if any of this intrigued you, we are happy to follow up with people who are ready to take the next step in their health. So whether that's checking out our free resources, Rachel will follow up with you with those anyway, or if it's by trying Juice Plus, the plant concentrates. We didn't talk about price, but it's $2 and some change a day to get massive amounts of nutrition into your body. And kids get it for free, like Alex mentioned. So if there's a kid in your life, you can sponsor them for free. And it is the simplest, most convenient, affordable way to get massive amounts of nutrition into your body. So we're also happy to follow up with anyone. If, I mentioned, if one person might be having an income gap that needs to be filled. If that's you, we're happy to follow up with you and explain a little bit more about our community, how it works, how it could work for you. How you can make a meaningful difference in people's lives by simply sharing what you just learned tonight. And so to wrap up, Rachel, is there anything that you want to say to kind of wrap up, or anything to the people that showed up today?
I'm really appreciative for all of you taking your time. I know that it's kind of late for a lot of us, but it really means so much to me that you're learning about what I'm going to be doing, and I'm really excited about this business and what it's going to do for all of the people that I come into contact with and my friends and family. And I really believe in this product, and I believe in the research, and some of the stories that I've heard are so incredible, and I'm just really looking forward to me being in Natalia's shoes soon and sharing this passion with all of you. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and honestly, Rachel shares with a lot of heart. We all know her. She's all heart. And she and I, we're not 9 to 5 girls. We can do it. We can do that act if we want to, right? But it's just, it kind of turns our light off. So this is something that lights us both up, helping others, connecting on more authentic levels. So I'm super excited for Rachel. I'm so excited to be locking arms with her. It was a pleasure being on tonight. And thank you so much for being on tonight. And I hope you all have a great night. I will have this recorded. If you would like the recording, you can just reach out to Rachel. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.